Hello there, all of you filthy degenerates out there. My name is Mr. Cake Dragon Man, and welcome to an episode of the RandomizerCast. Yes, here we are with our
Yes.
other co-host, Silver XY, DJ Silver TXY. Welcome yourself.
Put an extra letters in in my name.
Because that's how we do it
But
here.
yes, hello.
I'm also
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back, gamers. We have some very good goofs and gaffs to share with. We'll have a very exciting guest because of the fact that we like animation. You like animation. We like voice actors, and you like voice actors. We have a very special treat for you guys. Now, allow me to introduce Krystal LaPorte, or
Hello.
LaPorte, or whatever
It's LaPorte,
name.
but
I'm
I,
a Spen.
as long as it's somewhat in the grand scheme of things similar, I'm usually good with it, but it's LaPorte.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Say who you are and what
Yes.
you do, because that's how we do it
Yes.
here.
I'm a voice actor. I'm from Texas. I do voiceover for animation, anime, independent video games, and that's kind of what I do.
What's
Nice.
your role? I am saying this because of the fact that I had the list and everything, and I want you to do it, not because I forgot or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, most recently, I would say that one of my bigger roles has been Cherry Bomb in the Has Been Hotel. Other stuff I've been in, I had the list too, because I knew which ones I was gonna say. I've done mostly anime. It's Mirai Kuriyama in Beyond the Boundary, Tina in Overlord, Lion in Kimono Friends. I've been in other shows, smaller characters in like Dragon Ball Super, Kame ga Kill, and it just kind of
Yes,
goes
my
on.
favorite character. Years.
What?
Yeah, you cut
Yes,
off there.
Years.
Yes.
The best character design, in my opinion.
She had
Kill.
somewhat large ears.
Only slightly.
Only just
slightly.
a little smaller than
Didn't-
my actual ones.
At least she didn't die. Let's be fair, because everybody
she
in that
did.
show. Oh, fuck! I forgot. Yeah, she did. She had an awful death.
No! False spoiler warnings! Ah!
Still haven't watched the Kami got killed since 2015.
No, I'm mainly also saying for the audience too.
I'll undo it. She didn't
Oh, thank
die
you.
absolutely horribly.
Totally not what happened.
No.
Okay, no, it wasn't an awful death at all. So we're very excited to be having you on this episode of the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Now, as most of us done, we usually like to just talk about random bullshit that's going on in the world of the world of the world of the world, and
Oh yes.
I'm basically driving today's podcast, and I'm already doing an awful job because I'm stuttering and everything. So please, for the love of God, comment, wow, you should never let Cake host a podcast again, or if you do,
John.
only do it if you want me to.
It's like not to mention your Wi-Fi connection.
Oh yes, the Wi-Fi connection. If you hear Mr. Glitch Dragon Man, then that's completely my fault because I'm hosting. So
It's your evil twin.
my evil twin. It's just me glitching. It's my ultima form.
That's
Let's just
okay.
say that.
My Wi-Fi is not great either, so this will just be us trying to keep up with technology.
Right? The beauty of America's Wi-Fi system. It's not gonna improve.
Now, it's a good thing that Has Been Hotel is not suitable for children due to the fact that apparently kids and type of family-friendly content is going to be killed over because of this new thing YouTube's doing.
I haven't heard about that.
Oh yeah.
Aren't you guys? So basically what's happening is that COPA is this thing where if you have like family-friendly content or don't have family-friendly content, or they can fine your ass for like $42,000. So I think I don't know. I
Is
could
that
be
in
wrong, but
general or per offense, like per video?
I think per offense.
Ooh.
YouTube didn't
Yeah.
YouTube didn't like specify, but Cosmodor, Rebel Taxi, myself included, we're fucked. So
Yeah,
no
like
Well,
more kid reviews
so
for me.
let me. Did you say it was called Copa?
Copa, COPPA.
yeah, basically you have to specify if your videos are going to be kid friendly or not.
Okay, so would you not get fined if you said like this is not for kids? Do not let kids watch this.
I wouldn't think so. Like I think that
Yeah.
would be like really good to do just so the YouTube devs can know clearly that your stuff isn't kid friendly, and if they still make that mistake, then
Ooh,
that's on their
in
side.
the video.
hard because that does kind of make it hard because so much of animation and anime and videos that react to it and stuff might look cartoony and like they're targeted for
Yeah,
kids,
that
but
was the
actually
thing
not
that I
be.
saw.
Okay.
That was a thing that I saw like during the video, informational video going on with stuff like that. And for stuff like for things like that, like if you review cartoons and animation, or like if there's any like animated get hit, and I'm just like, well, that's just stupid.
That's ridiculous.
It might be a bit of a some people for a bit, but with Hasbin Hotel, I'm sure you guys will be fine because you guys are an adult show. So Vivzy, if you're out, don't worry, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
They were always very clear that it was not going to be something you want to sit down with your nephew and your grandmother at the same time to watch.
It's like a Nickelodeon show.
I know. My mother
One of the reviews I
sent the
I
link
was like,
to my
it's like a
grandmother.
show that was Nickelodeon. I'm just like, what the fuck? I know.
My mom actually sent the link to my grandmother. So
Oh,
she
no.
called me. She called me. She's like, "Now, Krystal, I watched it. It was beautiful, but you cussed." I was like,
I can't believe my little Krystal would curse so much.
I know. She's like, "You cussed," and I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "But at the end of it, did you know if you keep watching, they show a picture of the girl and it has your name on it?" And I thought that, and she was so proud, and she was like, "And I admit I laughed at the suck your dick joke." And then I was like,
"Okay."
I was everyone's favorite joke, even grandma. It's been confirmed that even grandmothers love the suck your dick joke.
I love
very hard when
love
the
that
angel man said suck your pee-pee. It was very funny.
my grandmother is like, she is 4'8" of just Italian rage, and she'll swear like a sailor, but none of her grandchildren can because they're angels.
That honestly actually reminds me of like a really funny story of way back when my older sister used to live here in Texas as well, where I am. Freaking
Oh, y'all are in Texas
me and I am. Cake used to. We used to live in the same city until he had to move to Florida.
Oh.
We were childhood friends. I've known this fucker since elementary school, and then during college, due to reasons.
Yeah.
It's just close. I don't know if you can edit this, but close up to me and just have a bunch going on as I say reasons. Only if you can.
What?
If you provide it. But yeah, you cut off there. You said close up of me and then it just cut off.
And just a close up of me and have static fucking just going off as we cut this part off. Anyway, so yeah, we very long time, but yeah, voice acting stuff. Let's talk.
What was it?
Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna say my story. You
Oh,
dingus.
tell your story,
No,
Silver.
Me and my sister were we were theater children, so we liked acting no matter where it was. And at one of the local colleges around here, she did a lot of dinner theater, and there was one specific play that she did called crap, I'm trying to remember. I know it had the word chess in it. I think it was just called chess. I don't remember.
Chess is a show.
I think I'm honest. Yeah, I think it could be that, but there was this one time when my parents wanted to bring my grandma to see, and there happens to be a certain scene where since my sister is also a dance major, they also gave her like a lot of dancing roles in these plays. So what they decided to do is that there was this one specific scene where there was like a spokesman like for this competition, and like it's supposed to be like a commercial, and it's one of those like old timey like, oh look at me, I'm surrounded by women kind of thing, and like come endorse us and all that. And so my sister was one of those women, and she basically had to twerk on stage.
Oh God.
All right.
And
Okay.
and so my grandma just saw my sister like sexually dancing for like a fake ad.
That had to be a great dinner afterwards.
Oh.
Like the one thing
Saw
that I
your
would
booty
like
shake on stage.
like I think from what I remember what my grandma said was that like she wasn't like trying to be like too upfront about like the way she danced. She's just like, it's like, you're a very good dancer. I really liked it.
Oh.
Fucking
It's just
grandma's
like,
Master
good
Roshi.
grandma.
You're a very good dancer.
You cut off there. Oh no, is it the
Oh, no, did I glitch again? Oh fuck.
like you cut off for a while.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what happened with freaking Kaiser.
It's the episode where I just
no.
glitched everywhere and died.
Yeah, we have a specific episode of the podcast where Cake is just glitching all the time while I'm the one that's just like making the conversation and just reacting to how weird his glitches were on Discord.
Died that day. Not physically,
Just on the internet.
but yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got canceled on the internet, you know, the usual.
You know what? Really quick,
Everyone's
let me
getting-
go move my cat because he is very loud and he always wants to get on streams. So I'm gonna do that.
Yes, go for it. I see
Dog,
flies.
so it's best that you get your cat as far away from my dog as possible because he could have an internet fight with your cat.
An internet. Could you imagine like someday in the future that that like dogs and cats will also have like
cats.
Twitters and
Oh, no, that already exists. They already have fucking Instagrams and shit, and it's like the most annoying thing.
well, yeah, but like you wouldn't think that stuff like that would cause a controversy. It's just a whole Instagram dedicated to just cute pictures. You wouldn't think that stuff like
Dogs
that would
and
happen.
cats fucking evolve to the like speciesist like forums, like oh fuck cats or like fuck dogs or whatever the fuck, and like they're just racist towards other species.
Like could you imagine that like that like sometime they'll just be like, you know what, let's settle our differences and say fuck the chinchillas. Like just like some random like other like some other like random third party animal that they just like gang up on instead.
Sound like a possibility. Pup,
I think I remember do you remember Mad?
do I remember who?
Okay, I'm back.
Mad.
Sorry about that. I'm 100% crazy cat person, so they're always.
Don't worry, we were just
Trying to get
talking
in.
about how in the future fucking cats and dogs are gonna cyberbully each other. You were saying
for some reason. I guess this could be a topic. Do you remember the show Mad
Yeah.
yes.
on Cartoon Network that was like
Oh, on
surprisingly a
Cartoon
little too
Network.
adult?
No, I don't think. I was thinking like Mad TV on. Like,
Yeah, I actually get confused with this sometimes, but like
I don't know why they
was-
didn't call it Mad TV 2 now with Hat.
Was it like sponsored by Mad Magazine, Mad TV ish?
Yeah, that one was legitimately like sponsored by Mad Magazine because like they had the
It was a little
everything.
too like adult for Cartoon Network though, because they actually added like cussing and all that. Like the one skit that I will never forget was when they made a thing called like rejected Toy Story characters, and one of them was speak and swear, and so you just see like a kid just be like, how do you spell a house? And then the freaking Toy Story's like, how the fuck should I know?
I love that.
That
Was
was
it
a-
bleeped
that
or
was
was
a
it?
thing.
Did they say
Yeah,
it on?
It was
definitely
bleeped and like
bleeped.
Okay.
yeah.
Then I guess well, I mean, that's okay no matter what, but that's funny.
Remember, rude removal
Yeah.
was like for years not seen on television, or at least like on the airways for like a long time, because Dexter and Dee Dee said the fuck word, and that was the entire episode. And everybody was thinking, oh, it's gonna be fucking hardcore shit. Ah, Dee Dee's gonna fucking bash Dexter's skull and fucking Rebel hashtag there, and then everybody watched it, and it was like, okay. And even then, it was a very subpar episode of Dexter's. Like I didn't enjoy like watching it at all when I saw it. It was just like, guess they said the fuck word.
You were. We can't have cartoons saying the fuck word at all anymore, can we?
Well,
Hey, Has Been Hotel.
hey.
Hey kids, you want to watch this cartoon? It has the
Look
S
at-
word in
You
it.
see this? You see this adorable egg? It's dead now.
Oh,
We killed it.
have you? I don't know if you know. The Has Been team often does streams called Honeycast. Did you hear the one where we talked about?
About exactly?
Wait, yeah, now you're cutting off. Oh
no.
no.
Okay, so the Has Been Hotel team does a stream called Honeycast, and the last one I was on, it was all about the eggs. I
Yes,
never really noticed
boys.
until I looked at some of the animation stills how sad they looked when they died, and it just made me so
Oh.
sad. And then, like, you see in the
God,
background at one point, one is holding a dead one and crying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw that one.
They're
like,
they're
oh,
the
no.
victims of this entire show. Like, it's about them.
Doesn't need redemption. I think it's the eggs, because they're the goodest boys.
They are. They're so pure. They don't need redemption at all. They shouldn't even be there.
Why are
Stop it, he's already dead.
pretty much. But fucking here's the thing I don't understand. It was a joke that Angel said, but what happens, and I don't know if you know any of the lore of fucking Has Been or whatever, so I'm probably gonna ask, but I'm just curious. What do you think happens when you die and you're already in heck? Do you go to super heck?
I don't know.
Heck.
The only lore that I know is the lore that Viv puts out as public, and I'm a huge advocate for director integrity, so I never like to sort of guess or try to make things canon, especially because I do talk about the show a lot publicly. I feel when he said, "Do I go to super hell?" It was more of a breaking the fourth wall joke, but I do think she's going to develop it more. So I think right now there's nothing to be known, but I think we're gonna get some answers about that eventually.
I always just love like the cartoon like lore for anything. If there is a heaven and hell, that like if you just die there's just a super heaven and hell.
I've heard that
Really?
joke sort of before. I can't remember what I'm thinking of, but like Super Devil or Super
Chicken?
Dead. And
I'm already gonna say robot. That's kind of where
What?
like there was like an old lady, like the Grim Reaper took the old lady's soul, and then like they had a complaint, and then he took her soul again in heaven, and then fuck man.
Wait,
and then
Yeah.
are
goes
you
back.
talking about the short film?
No.
No, I think he said Robot Chicken,
Oh,
but
Robot
I think
Right.
Discord cut him off again.
Oh darn.
Discord,
Okay,
like-
there's a short animation that I love. I think it's called like Death and the Woman. And it's basically about a woman who wants to die, so she keeps trying to go with the Grim Reaper, but then doctors are trying to save her, and she keeps disappearing right as she's going with them, and it's very cute.
Oh.
Krystal.
No,
That's
yeah,
really...
I think the one with the super devil thing. I think that was Family Guy.
I was thinking it was either that or American Dad. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think I've seen like the joke exist, but never really developed. I don't know if we've ever seen like a super hell or super heaven.
yeah. But apparently, we know now that the super devil rides a motorcycle. He has a jar of
Marmalade.
preserves or something like that. Marmalade. That's right. And he just like doesn't look human at all.
Let's talk about
Unlike
why we're here. Let's talk about the one meme where the girl hugs you and then the other boy gets tackled by the other man. It's a funny bit. No, anime where you play as the girl with the glasses and fucking beyond fucking... Damn, you just said the name of the anime. I'm already forgetting.
Oh, is that a meme?
There's one scene where like the main girl gets hugged by one of her
hug the girl and then the brother tackles Akihito instead of hugs him.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a meme.
Yeah, that's it. I was referring to that. Everyone fucking loves that shit. And it's
yeah, I've seen a lot of gifs of that show. This is embarrassing. I had a list and it won't pull up. But I've seen some gifs on with shows that I've done like years after doing them, and I'm always like, "Oh, that happened."
It's like, oh hey, that was a thing.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good. Oh wait, I think this was actually like a thing that I just barely remembered. I now have a new layout of the podcast. It's not too different, but I now have it to set where if anyone who is listening or watching, if you are good at art, if you want to make a fun picture of the podcast or anything like that, I can actually display it on the podcast now to replace the banner that I have previously.
Wow, that looks spiffy.
Technology, interacting with guests.
You know what? I'm so bad at like internet technology. Like you give me some Microsoft Excel, I can go with that all day. But internet-wise, that is impressive to me because I can, as you can see, I can't even call into a Discord properly without extra help. And
I want to say,
yeah.
Oh, we've had like a lot of technical difficulties with a lot of our guests here on the podcast, Krystal. So like it's normal, like whether it be on our end or their end, it will always happen. Like, what's a good example? Like I'm trying to remember the second time we had
the first time we had him.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. No, I was gonna say the second time we had YouTuber Salty DK Dan. We for some reason on my end when I went over the recording. Apparently my microphone messed up and it recorded my voice like several octaves deeper. So like throughout the entire episode, I'm quiet and I'm just like super deep voiced, like throughout the entire thing.
It just pitched you.
It just lowered my pitch like by a lot. Ooh. I just sounded like super deep. But everyone else sounded okay.
That's so. Mine is like at one point, I didn't even realize it because I guess I was just in the streaming zone. But not only was my cat being psychotic, my fire alarm was running low on battery. So like the entire stream, when I listened back to it on YouTube, because people were like, "Krystal, change your fire alarm" on Twitter, and it freaked me out. I would hear like eep, eep, the entire time, but half the time it was from the cat, half the time it was from the fire alarm.
That's fucking hilarious.
Smoke detector, not fire alarm.
God damn.
Smoke detector was running low on battery.
Suck.
I think like the same problem happened to me not too long ago with me and my family, but we like just took out the fire alarm for the longest time just because even when we replaced the batteries, it would still like go
Yes.
off at random
At
times.
like 1 in the morning, it's the most jarring thing in the world.
It's oh god, I hate it so much. And like
When you
ours, it sounded just like a super like high pitched like rapid beep. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
no.
Yep, that's what we were dealing with.
Technology.
well,
Like
speaking of technology, if you already don't hear it, it's the bell. It's the dinging noise of that means it's fake ads time. We here at DJsilverXY and Randomizers Incorporated love the sound of the beeping happen. But today we'll be introducing our newest product. Not fire alarms. Fire alarms that don't work. Fire alarms that stay what your house is, what condition your house is, how huge the flames are, or more importantly, how big the smoke is as you're killing your enemies in your office or wherever you're at. We have some customers over here that will talk about our non-working fire alarms. You, sir, well, what do you think? A product
You
that
know,
exists.
I wanted to get myself a bird collar just so I can those things that like keep the birds away because they keep pooping on my lawn, and this is a good substitute. I just keep it outside and it just scares the birds away.
And you, miss, what do you think of your bird turns off and is on constantly, forever?
well, I thought that I needed a smoke detector, but then I figured that's what firemen are for. Don't even. That was the dumbest
There
thing
you
I've ever
have.
said.
That's perfect.
Get your non-ending fire alarm or fire detector today, and have the beep go on forever and ever and ever and ever. Sleep. Sleep is for the weak.
Even while
Because
you sleep.
technically, everything is on fire always.
Fire, good.
Actually,
Beeps.
as we were doing that, I'm staring at an oil painting of the This Is Fine dog. It's the only piece of art in my room.
This is fine. No more flames. They'll consume your soul.
Oh, for fucking another thing I wanted to talk about, in my personal opinion, is my favorite characters. Well, I wanted to have a good part where we would talk about Cherry Bomb for a bit. So, Krystal, what was it like doing the voice Cherry Bomb?
It was fantastic. I mean, I feel like I'm on repeat because I always say it so it doesn't sound true, but the people who I worked with on Has Been, the staff and the crew are some of the nicest people I've ever worked with at all, like ever. So it was only a few sessions to record her because she doesn't show up a ton in the pilot. But whenever I got to go back to do pickups or make changes or finish the recording, I was always so happy because it means I got to talk to them again. So the recording was fun because I think that it's a greatly written show, so I love the lines. But then just being able to talk to the people was great. It was just a really pleasant experience.
That's
Glad to
good.
And it was
That's really good
different
to
because
hear.
I was sort of brought up in this industry on anime where the animation is already there, so whatever you do needs to fit the flaps, or we call the mouth movements flaps. So we've always had to
the
be concerned
flaps.
about fitting the flaps. In the case of Has Been Hotel, we actually recorded first and it was animated to fit our voices. So it was great having no physical or like visual constraints to recording.
That's always a good thing to see. Like when like every time when I see stuff like that, it's always good seeing that like how well it syncs up with the actual voice. Because there are some that like where it's not really well done, but like you could kind of see that they're still putting in the effort.
Yeah, definitely.
But you heard it here. We built this city on anime.
Yeah,
We built this city on rock and roll.
I think that the job, at least at Funimation, all of the ADR directors that I've worked with are absolutely brilliant. So they get wonderful performances out of everyone working within the flaps, but sometimes there's a read that just feels super right given the line or the context, but you can't do that read because it doesn't fit the mouth. So it was nice to not be limited by that.
Oh yeah. I actually do like question if it's not like that, like um do you actually get like clips of the mouth movements and you're gonna have to like try and match that?
Yeah, no,
Because I feel like that would,
once it's you can't change the animation at all in anime.
yeah.
So you get the clips and then you have to watch it while doing your lines to get it to sync up with the mouth.
Oh man.
Sounds great.
It's I mean, it's difficult, but it's just part of the game. Like that's how it works and so you get used to it.
Oh yeah. Like I'm sure like after a while like it becomes second nature and you can actually like do it no problem. But I'm sure like at first it'll be very like excruciating.
There's
Just like, oh crap.
definitely a learning curve. The unicorns that fix it are usually the writers. They will count the flaps in a line and then write an English line with the amount of syllables necessary to fit in there. So if you've got a good
Oh.
writer, it's a non-issue. And then you get used to watching it and you go and you can already tell, ooh, that won't fit.
Hmm.
It's about one
Oh,
thing.
that's
When recording Has Been Hotel or anything really, and also recording an anime, is there like a difference between those? You have to record at home, or did they have a little studio as well for
For
you to go in
Haspen, I
there and do
recorded
your
at
line?
home.
Okay.
In anime, I record at the studio. So the biggest difference with Has Been was I was able to do it in a Snuggie.
oh. Well, that's good. Just be nice
That-
and comfortable and like make it easier on the voice, you know?
Yes.
It's good for a neat like me that hates going outside only for when it's convention season. And
Oh yeah.
convention season.
If I'm
It's
not
like, hey,
working, I'm usually a total hermit.
same. Same. It's just like, hey,
Fucking Steve.
do you wanna come down over here and do some work for us? Like, sure. Walks out of house and
The light.
It burns.
yeah.
I mean, I
It burns.
unironically always answer when they're like, do you want to do additional work from at my day job? I'll be like, honestly, I just need to make them enough so my cats can have a better life. I'm going home.
It's like,
It's
oh,
good that you care for your cats.
it's like we will give you as much as you can to help support your children. Yes, my children being my pets.
No, that's the worst. It's like sometimes because like my friends have pets too, and they always call themselves pet like cat dads or fur babies and
Cat
stuff.
dads, pet
And
moms.
Fur baby.
you know, I didn't realize that when I'm at work and people are talking about your children, they'll be like, I got 2 kids at home. And I'll be like, oh, me too. One of them's 2, the other one's 7. Don't you hate it when you're trying to sleep and they keep biting your feet? And they'll be like,
Okay.
That's fucking
I would
funny.
say that I am not to that extent. I would only say that like with my dog, my little old as heck Chihuahua that I treat like with the most care. That like I would say like I treat him like my own son because that's how much I care for my
At
dogs.
the end of the
And-
day, I can't say I treat them like children because I wouldn't give children food out of a can, but I try to
Oh, well, true.
them.
Yeah.
I would.
So here, Billy. Here's your mystery meat from a can.
Yeah.
Yo, Frankie, let me get you some beefaroni. Just gets the little bowl and fucking takes it out of the thing and then just tries to like
Puts it on the floor.
just shake it out, hitting the fucking can and shit. There you go, Frankie. Oh, that. What did I say about the fork? You eat that with your mouth, Mister.
During the stream.
Not with
I'm
your
sorry,
hands.
the kids are going insane because I opened a can of tuna. 1 second. No! No!
The kids.
Have you I've had this happen a lot to one of my good friends. Have you ever had whenever you when you're gonna feed your cats, and like, have they ever like try to climb on your leg?
My cat, one of them is older. He is my trash cat. I found him in the garbage in an alley.
Aw.
He's a dick. He just kind of is like, I know you're gonna feed me, and I know you're gonna do it now, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait. So he's good. And then the other cat that I have actually lives on people's shoulders, so he doesn't crawl up on my leg because he's on my shoulders.
Oh.
He's not small well, no, now he's kind of a chungus. He's like 13 pounds now, but when he was tiny, he
Hey,
loved
Chungus!
he's a chungus. Have you ever
It's a little chungus.
have you ever seen Kimono Friends really quick?
I don't think I have.
Okay,
no.
shameless plug. It is a new show. It is absolutely wonderful. It was released by Discotech Media. There is a blooper reel, and I think we say Chungus at least 10 times in it.
Oh my god.
Because it's Chungus.
That's beautiful.
But yes, my cat is now a Chungus. When he was not a Chungus, he would run up your leg onto your shoulder and then kind of just lay on your across your neck like a scarf, and he would just hang out there.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's just whenever I see stuff like that, I'm just like, cats are natural born assassins.
Oh my gosh, he's a good boy too.
I
right
love
on
cats.
my shoulder like Daxter from Jack and Daxter.
I'm gonna
Oh
see
my
if I have video of it, because he especially does it to my boyfriend, because my boyfriend's got broader shoulders who can like handle the fat. So I'm so mean to my cat. He can handle the chungus.
He's down with the thung.
He's down with the
I was gonna say
chungus.
down with the. Yeah, he's down with the chungus.
Oh,
Hey,
here it
this
is.
is- Alex, we love you. Please. Episode.
I think it may have just like cut off on your end because I didn't not hear you mention.
I heard chungus, so that's all I needed to hear.
No, our friend Alex is in love with the big Chungus meme. was
I
like,
know
I'm
that.
perfect
Me
to
too.
get
That's
there.
why I put it. But that's him running, being a shoulder cat.
Oh, here.
I
What's
don't
it?
know if that can
I-
go on there, but
Shit.
I actually wait. Actually, let me. There is no profanities at all, is there?
no. Oh goodness, no.
just being sure, because I can actually do it right, like right in the middle of the recording.
Ooh.
Like
Then
wait,
yes, 'cause
uh,
he's a good
Sandwich.
boy, and he is wholesome, and there are no swears associated with. No, I swear at him all the time.
it's like wait, no.
Swear.
Yeah,
Hell, I got
he's a
tired from my
wholesome
brother.
boy who I swear at a lot.
Here, wait, let me. It's because on my recording system, I have like so many sources that I need to go through. That has, wait, I'm trying to see like where's window capture. There it is. Wait, there we go. Oh no, it shows Krystal still like in front of it. Oops, there we go. All right, let me.
So you
let
think
me
Cherry
play this
Bomb
bad
would like
boy.
cats?
Wait.
I feel like everyone would, but a lot of people don't. I feel like maybe she
I don't know.
would not want a pet to get in the way of her lifestyle, because she would have to like feed it. But then again, if you're in hell, it's probably already dead. So maybe she has like an undead cat that you don't need to feed. But it's a
That
cat,
sounds
so it would still
beautiful,
want food.
though.
I have no idea.
You know, I gotta say, I absolutely love cats, but I'm just freaking allergic to them.
That is actually why we have this boy. My cat is hairless. And
Yeah,
if you bathe
I
him,
just-
he doesn't create dander. If you're allergic to the saliva, you're kind of SOL. But if it's more of a dander
Yeah.
issue, they're actually a really good alternative. My boyfriend had breathing issues at the time, and then is going to be on immunosuppressants for the rest of his life. So we had to be really careful in pets. And I used to have all like these big, majestic floofs, but now that we can't, we had to switch to hairless. But he's an amazing cat. So it's.
That is actually really good to know, just for the future, just to be sure if my boyfriend is actually allergic to any of that, because I gotta be sure with that. I know he has a dog, but I gotta be sure with everything, just so he won't like have any allergy problems. Because with me,
Is your boyfriend allergic
like,
to
Not too much, not as much as I am, but like I wouldn't think that he has it very severely.
Okay. They
Yeah,
also have
like
dogs. You could get a Sholo dog, which are really cool. They're hairless dogs, but they have a mohawk. It's
oh my
all
god.
fur. They're so cool. And then like Chinese crested are like hairless chihuahuas.
Oh.
Pit bulls for me. All we ever get in this house is pit bulls. Pit bulls here, pit bulls there, pit bulls almost everywhere. If you need a pit
And then
bull, buy one from me, please.
and then you just see the singer Pitbull just show up at your house.
Oh, not you!
You just got
Get out
5
of
of
here,
them
Mr.
sitting
Worldwide.
in your
You
living
piece
room.
of shit.
You just see
That is
them all
great.
like in his living. You
Uno,
just see them
dos,
all in his
tres,
living
meal
room.
time.
Yeah,
They're all
it's
freaking out
Miss
over
Chico
shit.
Pimus
I would
305.
actually fight Pitbull in real life. It's like,
No,
name you motherfucker. Make a song that
I
isn't
actually
about
just
partying for once.
I actually I actually just put the video. It was amazing. Just seeing your cat just like so quickly too. God damn.
He's a little athlete, ninja.
It's
Everything.
beautiful. Like, oh, and I was gonna mention like it's the craziest thing how I found out like how bad of an allergy I have to cats because I've gone through like three allergy tests, and one of the ones that I will never forget is when they had like this weird like multi like stamp thing where they had like on each stamp
Yep.
they had like an extract of like one of the most common things that people are allergic to,
Mhm.
and they would like stamp them on my arms, and like the biggest one was cats, and like when they saw it I'm just like, which one's that one? It's like, oh, that is the cat extract right there. I'm like, oh god.
How do they get cat
And then like
extract?
yeah,
I'm just thinking like almond extract where you put it in like the machine.
it's like, you know how they make almond milk? This is what we do with cats.
No.
Just to
I have to be going right now. It was very good to be here on the podcast. Silver.
oh, okay, we
if you can
we
hold
ending
the
it
call.
off now.
Oh, how many minutes has it been in
Or
the podcast?
it has been close. It has been roughly around 42 minutes. I mean, it's still pretty good.
We could have closing statements real quick. We can end the podcast.
Yeah, closing statements or anything like it. Whenever Krystal is free again, if she ever wants to come back too, like it's been really fun.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for having me. This month has been absolutely insane for me, but come December, everything should be slow again. So I'd be happy to.
All right.
Awesome.
And so is there anything else that like the closing statement wise, like that we could before I actually just say like, okay, then plug in your anything you want to plug in the
I would like to
not that I can think of. I guess yeah, not that I can think of. Has-Been Hotel was the last thing that came out, so I'm still plugging away at that, but we talked about it so much. I'm sure people that don't know what it is might look at it.
oh yeah. Even if you were a young audience, beware.
Unless you're like a child, at which point it was not directed for you. So don't find me
like,
$42,000, please.
All right,
It's like, it's good, but
all right, gamers. If you enjoyed Krystal and her beautiful voice and want to see her voice acting, go and follow her on Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, Google Plus, and all that other stuff that she definitely has.
Krystal, if there's any social media that you want the people to see you in, like on just
Definitely,
let them know, and also
I would say Twitter. It's my Twitter handle is wow such Krystal, because I enjoyed the Doge meme. I don't have MySpace or Google Plus or Facebook, so Twitter's probably the best one.
All right, and just send that to me, and I'll have that also in the description.
Absolutely.
If you guys are also interested in the months coming for this channel, as well podcasts and other miscellaneous stuff that we'll be working on. Stay tuned for the randomizers and the DJ Silver YouTube channel. Doing some more stuff for y'all. I have recently
Also,
done some video editing for Salty DK Dan and a new boy, The Review Cave. So check those guys well. Silver, what do you want to plug now?
I was just a small update for the channel that during the week of Thanksgiving I will be out of town visiting my sister, but I will be recording a funny edited vlog of me and my friend Dawn going to the Renaissance Fair. So stay tuned for that when I come back home.
I love the Renaissance Fair.
Forbidden.
Wait, you were cutting off there.
Oh, I
Krystal.
said I love the Renaissance Fair. Which one are you going to?
The one in Houston.
Oh, Texas Renaissance Festival. That's
Yes.
a good one.
Yes, it is. My sister actually works in the festival.
No way.
Yeah, she's in the Spain area.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't go there this year, but I'm so excited to go back next year. It's so cool. So I'll plug the
Yes.
Texas Renaissance Festival if anyone's in Texas listening.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go again. I now go every year whenever I visit my sister for Thanksgiving, so it is really fun.
That's awesome.
But yes, without further ado, it was really fun, Krystal. I can't wait. We can't wait to have you back on the podcast one day and talk about more fun stuff.
Thank you so much. It
And-
was so much fun being here.
Thank you. And yes, without further ado,
Let me end the episode.
this is
It's my turn.
yes, you can end the episode. Go on, John.
Yeah,
Go on, Kate. Do it.
Let me do it, bitch. Thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of RandomizerCast podcast. We will hope to see you all very, very soon. Hopefully in a week, maybe in a year. We have no clue. Our schedule is fucked. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.